Hey, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy Kia Vinci, and I just wanted to make a new video for my new piece of equipment. I finally got Maschine. I told cats I was gonna do it, and they was like, they know I'm known for using the NPC. They was like, yo, Kia, you really gonna do it? I was like, hey, it's time to make that change. So I went out, I sold my NPC on Craigslist, and I bought Maschine. And there it is. I already got it hooked up over here. So, I've been working with it all morning. I've had it, bought it last Saturday, and today's actually Tuesday, my day off. And I've been working like a slave trying to get to this day so I can just have some time to tinker and play around. Getting ready for my new setup with a new laptop. And I got a new sound card so I can start doing, some gigs and stuff with live beats. That's my goal right now. But first it starts with mastering this thing right here, the Maschine. And so far it's pretty cool. I come from an analog background, and there's a lot of people who still hardcore about analog. I always talk about this, people who would not give their NPC up, for nothing. They'd rather cut their foot off than give up the NPC. But I felt like it was time for a change because I have been using a lot of software in the past couple of years, and I thought this would be a nice transition, so I went ahead and made the jump. And besides, if I don't like it, I'll sell it and get another NPC, because NPCs are a dime a dozen, for real, But I've been working with it all day, and it has the workflow of an NPC, and it's a lot easier. They call it intuitive. Like things that I would normally do on an NPC, I could touch this and I can find out where all the parameters are real easy. It's pretty laid out. I'm not going to make this like an official review, but I mean, just coming from a an aspect of an NPC user, this is pretty dope. Scene, pattern, duplicate or copy, navigate, select, solo, mute. It's all the things that an NPC would do, just laid out right there in front of you. And everything on here controls the screen. Sometimes you really don't even have to look at the screen. Like, I'm gonna show you the tempo. I'm changing the tempo knob, and I don't know if you can see that or not, but the tempo's changing too. So that's pretty cool. I mean, I can look at the screen or look at the machine, but you really don't even have to look at the software. It's pretty dope so far, And your boy was already making a sequence this morning. Like, I figured the best way to learn a piece of equipment is to make a beat like you would normally make. But it's kind of slow when you got a new piece of equipment. So I've been between the book, the Native Instruments videos online, and forums trying to learn these little small detailed things, because you'd be like, okay, how do I do this? How do I do this? Little things you're already used to in the NPC. Some things you're gonna have to look for, but you'll get it. So I started out using some of my drums. I imported some of my drums into the library of the Maschine. And I came up with my first drum sequence, which is this. I like to put that little swing in my stuff. That's like what the NPC's known for. I just put my swing in the Maschine already. That's how I normally do it, right there. And I was going through some of my samples, and I laid this in there. I like how the pads light up. They show the keys that you were hitting as you made the beat, So that's kind of cool. If you got to go back and erase, you know where your sounds are, which button to hold. And I was kind of trying to work on a bass line, but hey, that's in the works. I mean, I'll play around on camera, but hey, I'm really funny about stuff like that. I have to tweak it out. Alright, let's see what I can do. I have to fill my bass line out, but so far it's doing everything an MPC can do and a little bit more. You know, I'm not gonna do no in-depth review. I'm just saying I'm pleased with this right now. It's a good piece of equipment, and I have no regrets so far. You know, and I know it's gonna be a learning curve to get my workflow like it was before, but it's cool. You know, I'm happy with it so far. There's a lot of forums out there to support this piece of equipment. The manual was pretty good. The manual gives you the basics, but I felt I had to go online to get some of the more complex things, you know, taught to me. But I mean, all in all, I'm happy with it. You know, it's a pretty good addition to my studio, and I give myself about a month and a half before I'm kind of fluid with it. That's my first beat, literally. You know, I got up at 9 a.m. and it's 12:30 now. You know, I was bullshitting, of course, though. You know, taking little breaks, but that's my first beat. So, you know, y'all let me know what y'all think about it. You know, anybody, you know, tell me what y'all think of the Maschine. Anybody who got it out there, if you think it's better than the MPC, or if you think it's a piece of garbage, let me know. You know, I want to hear what you thinking. But yeah, I'm gonna get up on this and keep sampling some new records. And thanks to my coworker out there, she gave me 182 records. I'm gonna be busy. Got the Maschine, 182 new records. About to stay in the lab like a lab rat, like I always say. But hey, it's all good. I'm out, y'all.